Good morning, all. Paul from CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Wednesday morning, April 9th. We're looking at Window Trader's market profile of the ES and NQ. All right, we're going to try to make this simple. I want to show you two things this morning. Again, nothing is as black and white and simple as I say it, but it should alleviate some tension in this and that. So, you're looking at ES and NQ. It's a 3-day balance. Okay, there's three things that can happen inside of this balance, okay? Number one, you can stay in this balance. It's a huge balance. In ES's case, it is Friday's high is the balance high, Monday's low is the balance low. In NQ's case, it is Monday's high and Monday's low. So three scenarios. You can stay in balance. Well, that's a huge balance. If you do, you know what's going to happen. You're going to get these kind of moves that we've seen the past 3 days, right? Especially Monday, Tuesday. All over the map, okay? That's number one. You can come out of balance to the downside, fail, and come back in, right? Look below balance, and come back in. And the only reason I'm using the downside is because we're trading towards the lower end of the balance. Same thing if we get to the upper end of the balance. Or the third scenario is you can take out the lower end of balance and keep going. So in that scenario, the market would be bear, balance, back to bear. Now, if we take out the balance low but come back in, depending on how much we take it out, I'd probably still call it down. So that remains to be seen. Remember, markets don't go bear, bull, or bull, bear. So right now we've gone bear, balance, and now we're going to see. We're going to stay in balance, go back to bear, or even come back bull. That's it. That is simply the three scenarios. Inside of this, though, wait for market-generated information to form. We're day traders. So if we are day traders, wait for the MGI to form during the day. Yesterday it formed early for the bulls with higher value, the overnight high, indices. But it did change, and when it changed, we changed and turned totally to the sell side and to short. It's not easy. Believe me, it's not easy. It's certainly not as simple as I'm trying to make it sound. But if you're educated about the workings of the market, it's definitely more accommodating for you. Our overnight lows now are what? Not far off your balanced lows. So those are going to be critically important today. Now, again, we have 75 minutes to go, so things can still change. But for now, those overnight lows are important. If you get them, pretty good odds you're going to go at least test the balance low, if not go through it. Now, the other thing I want to show you is this. And I know we talk about this type of thing a lot, but I still think it's important because it irks me when I see everybody, the talking heads and everything, how they're talking the world's ending and everything else. Okay. I'm showing you the monthly chart for a reason. Now, again, I don't give a rat's ass if you hate Trump, like Trump, whatever. It has no bearing on what we're about to say. Okay? Trump won the election on November 5th. The market was at its all-time high. Right? The market then went high in December, January, and February. He's in office now. Made its all-time high. So why am I saying that? Well, his platform, and let me tell you, this is an all-or-nothing guy, so he doesn't hide anything, said it was going to be the border, our military, fair trade. You hear me? He was banging the drum on that. So why this is a surprise to anybody, especially the quote-unquote brilliant minds of Wall Street, is beyond me. Again, we hit an all-time high in February. We know this guy keeps to his word, whether he's right or wrong. He's going to stick to what he says. So why wouldn't you be the first one to try to take some money off the table in January and February after he's elected or takes office? I'll tell you why. Because it's the same thing I've been saying. Nobody wants to take money off the table, and then they're only up 3%, and their competitors are all up 10%. Again, I'm just throwing out numbers. You still made 3%, but oh boy, you're not up 10%. You're below the benchmark. So instead, these brilliant minds wait until he does what he says he was going to do, and now they sell it down 20%, 30%, all in herd mentality. And they can look you in the eye, believe me, they'll sleep at night because they're still making a lot of money off of you, and say, well, we're all down 28, 30%. I'm only down 24%, so you're doing pretty good with me. They know, I'm not going to say they know nothing. The bottom line, let me rephrase that. No politician, no fund manager, no major head of a sport, no commissioner of a sport league. If you think any of these people have their best interest, your best interest in their heart, you are sadly, sadly mistaken. They couldn't give a rat's ass if this market went down another 30%, although they'll be screaming and banging the table about, oh God, I can't believe what's happening. Think about this. Now, again, it's not as simple as I'm saying. It's just like when I showed you the profile, it wasn't as black and white as what I just showed you. But the fact is there on both the profile for our trading and what you're seeing on this chart. Okay, people knew his agenda. The brightest minds of Wall Street knew his agenda. But nobody wanted to pull the trigger until now. Nobody is smarter than you. Please, 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 please always remember that. Anyway, I think my best advice is to come check us out at camelbacktrading.org to see what we can offer you. I think it's pretty good. Good luck trading today. Thank you so much for liking and subscribing to this channel. And we'll recap the day at 4 p.m.